and herO. So this is going to be a best of 3 series, as all the groups are in the Leifeng Cup. In fact, every single series at any point in the Leifeng Cup is a best of 3. Actually, even the playoffs are all best of 3. Even the grand finals is a best of 3. Although in the grand finals, if you win the best of 3 and you're the player from the losers bracket, there's a second best of 3. So there's still another reason. There's another little way in which that works. Anyways, the bottom right-hand side, our blue Protoss player is going to be herO. And he's going to be coming in here against INnoVation, the red Terran player at the top left-hand side of the map. So interested to see how these players are going to go and see what's going to happen. See how they're going to approach each other's styles. herO has been playing very aggressive PvT from what I've seen of him. When I've cast him in other Leifeng Cups, I believe, in fairly recent times. He's been playing a lot of very aggressive, like, one-base play PvT, where he plays, like, he plays a very aggressive opening with, like, how do I say this? Like, he plays a very aggressive opening where he has, like, just one-base play, I guess, like, aggressive Stargate-based openings and stuff like that. So, we'll see what he goes for in this game. Obviously, this is old patch, guys. This is not on patch 3.8. This is on patch 3.7. And this is not going to have any of the new big changes, which is kind of the talk of StarCraft 2 right now, or in the past week or so. So it's just, it's not late. It's not, it's just like old patch. So old patch here, expecting old builds, old meta game, nothing new or crazy, nothing like that. Thank you very much, by the way, Super Duper Niels, who resubs for 7 months in a row. You get some love in the chat for that. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate the 7 months with us here on the channel. Always do. As INnoVation does get pylon blocked on the low ground here, but as he gets pylon blocked, he just builds a CC next to it. I mean, for 25 minerals, it probably does delay 25 more minerals of the Terran player, because he just have to lift and then plays it back down, but that's okay. And look at this, actually. Stargate coming up, so double gas is down for herO. I actually completely, he has been like, we've been seeing herO play very aggressively lately, and then I completely go on to ignore the fact that herO has, built double gas or anything. My bad. Stargate comes down, proxy to the top side of the map here from herO. So he's going to set this proxy up, get ready to fly an Oracle in towards the main base very, very soon. Now, INnoVation, can he pick up on this? Is there anything he can pick up on? Obviously, if he goes for an Oracle, that'd be quite... a Cyclone quite early, that'd be nice. Cyclones are still on the old patch, so Cyclones are going to behave in the old way. If that gives you a bit of a better idea as to how exactly they're going to be used here. I was going to see this probe just going to be coming in, just picks off an SCV there. It's already pretty nice. Across the map, the Reaper does get some damage done now. INnoVation with this Reaper, most importantly, apart from killing 2 probes, sees the lack of an expansion. And seeing a lack of an expansion at this stage of the game means he's going to be going up against something proxied, most likely, if he isn't in the main base. So he sees what this is. He's going to be probably expecting an Oracle or so. He's already given up defending at the front. He's going to scribble his Widow Mine towards the back. And yeah, this is nice. I mean, he gets a couple more Marines out. He's supply blocked now, which is a bit of a shame. Now, next Deep, we're going to take a little while to start as, oh my god, is this a Dev going to jump onto this? I love that. The Widow Mine unburrows. That's actually really smart because it means that the Widow Mine, is going to get the Oracle too. Well, that's why, because he doesn't want the Widow Mine to go off on the Adept. He wants that for the Oracle, because otherwise he doesn't have enough Marines. So that actually works out wonderfully. Gets rid of the first Oracle, and that puts the INnoVation right away here into a bit of a better position. Nice overcharge though, catches 2 Marines there. Big pickup. That's actually a huge pickup right there. As you see, this overcharge picks off 1 more depot. And this base right now is just going to have to lift this up and move back just a little bit further. Reactor will go down as this Adept trying to move forwards again. Wouldn't mind unburrows and reburrows again. Would like to go off on the Oracle more so than anything else. And then another unburrow and reburrow. INnoVation in trouble though. Like, he doesn't have that many units anymore. Viking will actually come out. That will actually end up deflecting the Oracle in the end. 21 SCVs to 26. Obviously, the problem is for INnoVation as well. He had to cancel his CC when this attack started to come in. So he never managed to finish up his command center on the low ground. And that obviously sort of, makes things a little bit kind of sucky for him once again. So this is actually really bad. I didn't really notice the CC being cancelled there, but that's a big, big deal. He cancelled it when he saw this pylon rush coming in because he knew he wouldn't be able to complete it. So that's actually really crazy, the fact he cancels that there. I'm actually watching it back on the stream right now just because we are on a little bit of a delay. He cancels it just as I was looking at the CC for ages, and then I just look away at like the last moment, and then he actually cancels it then. Interesting. Anyways, I mean, there's obviously more Stargate units coming up. Phoenix will come in, and I love the choice of Phoenix, because when you see your opponent's one base, well, you know what a Terran player is going to do. He's going to make Liberators like a Cyclone. He's going to try and push and be aggressive. But you know, you can do all of that. I mean, and that's great and all. But the reality of the matter is, what does it matter if the Phoenix are out? They can shut down Liberators super easily. They can lift up Cyclones and stop that lock-on. You know, the Phoenix are a perfect counter to any of these units. So it's really nice the way which he's done this. As we're going to be seeing this Liberator just going to be moving around a little bit, looking to see what is up and what is going on just around this left-hand side. So they actually decided to pull back home. Actually, I mean, going across the map with this Liberator might be a decent idea because the Mothership Core is still over here. The Phoenix is still over on the map. Actually, this Liberator could have had so much damage. So that's actually a bit of a mistake from INnoVation. Obviously, he doesn't know, but I mean, yeah, it would have been doing a decent amount of damage, deny a lot of mining time until the Phoenix come back home. That could have been a really good way for INnoVation to kind of pull himself back into this just a little bit. He begins to expand right now, but man, this expansion is so much later than the expansion of herO. You know, you can see this down over here. This expansion is just going to be finished. You know, it's finished up. It's saturated already. INnoVation has half of his expansion left to build. He has to float it to the low ground. Oh man, it's going to be really sucky for him here over the next few moments. Like, he's going to attack right now, but if this doesn't do a little bit of something, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. That said, I mean, he's got potential. 35 to 18 army supply. He is in advantage here, so he's got something to work with, so it's definitely a possibility that he makes something happen. You're going to see one Liberator sieging up right away, and you're going to see another one thinking about what he wants to do. Actually leaving it unsieged for now, maybe to help fight the Phoenix and Oracle. Wouldn't mind will burrow as well. It's nice delay tactics by herO. The more he delays, the better it is for him as his economy kicks in, obviously. And that's exactly what he knows. It's exactly what he's waiting for. As we see, he's a couple of Cyclones just picking off this pylon. Another Liberator just moves a little bit further forwards here. As we're going to see Phoenix coming in. INnoVation will target down the Phoenix and the Oracle, and the Phoenix again really wants to get rid of those in the sky, knowing that if they're gone, the Liberator can stick around and do a lot more. The Cyclones as well, maybe. This Immortal has just done so much, though. Picked off a lot of these units. That said, we are talking about 15 workers killed, so INnoVation has done a lot here to sort of change things up. This Immortal will be locked onto. Doesn't quite get too much more done, as we'll see. Oh, the Cyclone is so low at health. Man, this Liberator will get shut down now. Another Cyclone actually comes in from the side, does pick the Immortal off. Nice vision given by the Liberator there to be able to finish that up there. So that was really nice. See this Liberator going to siege up again, and it's going to be picking off a couple of these Stalkers. There goes one, and there goes another. Not quite, actually. Stays alive. Bad call by me. I should have known that I was going to stay alive. But yeah, I mean, still, I mean, he cleans up by here. You know, herO cleans up, but now the worker count is even. INnoVation has a natural expansion, and he's still doubling the army supply. Now that said, there's other things at play here. +1 upgrade is about to finish up from herO. INnoVation's a long way off Stim Pack and other upgrades like that. And we're just going to be seeing the Liberator coming into the main base again. So INnoVation's still trying to do a bit more damage. Now there's a pylon behind this mineral line, though. That wasn't there before. You know, that's something that's actually really, really crucial, because the Liberator, if that come in so much earlier, it would have done so much more. Actually, I feel if he'd sent that Liberator across the map and then done that attack, I actually feel as though INnoVation would be in a really good position right now, like winning the game. As it stands, his supply is good, but I actually am a little bit worried about these extra gateways that are on the way up. I feel as though herO is just going to attack here in the very near future. Big gateway-based attack with, well, a position which, you know, he's just going to put himself into a position which is going to be really, really difficult for INnoVation to deal with. And INnoVation moving onto the map, not where you want to be against a gateway army, unless he can catch it before extra warpins come in. First Cyclone goes down, though. This Widowmine goes down. And he's going for this sort of tank-based attack, something we see quite often out of INnoVation. But honestly, with the amount of warpins that are going to come in from herO, he's going to shut this down super quickly, super effectively, and INnoVation is going to be left just with no units at all, I don't think, especially with the +1 upgrade that herO is working with. He's just got so much to shut this down with. There's actually across the map, big warpin of Adepts already picking off 7 workers and still counting as well. As this tank comes in, it's actually just going to friendly fire, helping these Adepts out to some extent. He can just drop on top of that tank if he wants. 14 workers killed, and now INnoVation is really forced to start doing some damage over here. As we see him moving on forward towards the natural expansion of Depths. We're going to see how they can clean this out. Adepts going towards the natural expansion now. INnoVation losing pretty much every single worker. And here we go. Just moving forwards. Another Adept. Some more warping in. And there's going to be way too much right now. And INnoVation, he lifts up this siege tank, backs away. GG is going to be called, though. herO will take game number 1 of this best of 3 series in the Leifeng Cup number 157. Group A. So herO takes that first game 1-0. To the top right-hand side, our Red Pro player is that guy himself. It is herO. And to the bottom left, our blue Terran player is INnoVation. Again, thank you very much, Maximum Awesomest, for the $5. Guys, please do show some love in the chat for the donators. Of course, if it isn't for the donations and so on, we couldn't be here streaming today or any other day, really. Well, we probably could be, but not as often as we are. So please do show some love to the people who help keep the stream alive. Thank you very much, Maximum Awesomest. Yes, guys, this is the old version. We're casting replays. These are probably the last time we're going to cast anything from the old version of the game. It's just because we missed out on these games like a week or two ago when we were traveling. And so I do want to bring you guys some of the games because they're good. I also want to put a few of them up on the YouTube channel as well. Obviously, that makes a little bit of sense. And basically that. So instead of just cast them on my own in a corner, I decided to stream them for you guys. And so, you know, if you don't want to watch old game, you don't have to, obviously. But yeah, otherwise, have some of the old version of the game just to keep you satisfied. Don't think there's any other StarCraft on right now. Not tournaments anyway. Obviously, there's players streaming and stuff, but we'd rather... again, we just want to cast this. This is the last time I'm going to cast off the old stuff, so yeah. Right, replay cast, didn't already cast these games already? No, I didn't cast these games because these are from the group stages. So I didn't cast these games from the group stages, which is why we cast them now. And that's just kind of because of the fact that I was away traveling. So this was from groups A, B, and C. We did manage to cast Group D live. That was on Tuesday, and the playoffs live. That was yesterday. All right, so just going to be seeing these this Reaper just jumping in towards the main base in a moment or so. So here we go. INnoVation hops on towards the main. I'm just going to be seeing these Reaper going to come in and just going to start to do a little bit of damage. So it was a proxy Reaper. I didn't really kind of mention that while I was explaining other things, but proxy Reaper here in the early stages is going to come right on in and just start to harass this mineral line. We see a few probes taking quite a bit of damage, but hasn't actually got a kill yet. Great micro by herO to make sure these probes are actually kept back and kept very safe. One more grenade going down there. And there's this Reaper from INnoVation just going to be falling away once more. Grenade goes down once more, and going to be seeing these... bunker is up, so Marine inside. Nice target fire, gets rid of the probes. Some guaranteed damage, basically, as we're going to see Marines will continue going towards the bunker. Reaper will go back towards the main base, pulling units away from that bunker, just to make sure you can maybe kind of get a bit more longevity out of it or so. And as we're going to be seeing finally his first probe kill of the game. This Reaper, only one kill, though. Not great. Sorry, that wasn't his first probe kill of the game. That was his second probe kill. He killed the probe that came and built these pylons. Nice salvage, keeps it alive, but honestly not really much done here at all by INnoVation. Goes into Magfield Accelerator, Cyclone play back at home. Very good defense by herO. Losing 2 probes total was against this is really impressive. Pushes it back with no problem at all. Very, very impressive from herO, I would say. Like, super, super clean, super tidy. Really, really well done. Okay, so we're going to be seeing this Cyclone. Just going to be moving out onto the map then, so we're going to be looking to keep on the pressure. INnoVation completely committing to one base right now as we see this probe from herO coming across the map. It's going to be locked onto by the Cyclone. Probe goes down, gets blasted away there. Poor probe left to rot. What does a probe do when it dies? Does it just decompose? I mean, they're kind of metallic-y, right? Maybe. I guess does it just walk back in as well? I don't know. It looked pretty dead there, though. Like, compared to like a Zealot, which or a Stalker, which... I guess Zealots and Stalkers disappear. I don't know. Whatever. Not the question we should be asking right now. What the question we should be asking is why aren't we casting the game more seriously? Because these Stalkers having quite the micro war at the front here. The Cyclone locks on, gets a shot off, then disconnects as we see the Stalker and the Cyclone backing away. Cyclone has to be very cautious right now because it is on very low health. But there's the Liberator, which will help sort of zone a few of these units out. Cyclone goes out quickly, though, and actually the Stalkers make it past the Liberator. Liberator goes down. 2 Stalkers fall so far. But the Marines on their own won't have the best times fighting this. There's actually another Cyclone will lock on. That's another Stalker killed. Good little pick off there. So we've seen these Marines still just looking to see what else they can do as we have the rest of these units just looking around and seeing what else they can maybe commit on into as we're going to be seeing this Cyclone locking on once again. Stalker taking a lot of damage. Doesn't quite go down. You can see the Stalker's turning around now and this bunker is going to fall. So bunker gets cancelled. Liberator is on the way up from INnoVation. Another one. He's still committing to this. But man, herO's just completely shut this down, honestly. Like, you look at this. He's just got so many units out. INnoVation is still on one base. He's still just making the same old stuff. Like, he doesn't even have a reacted barracks because this barracks was proxied in the first place. Trying to make Marines at the front is nice and all, but it just isn't enough right now. 3 Stalkers being made at a time. Finds another Liberator. I mean, again, that's cute and all, but I mean, it's sort of a tough position for him to fight through, but he still fights through it. Liberator goes down, and he knows if he keeps the number of these units low, that he's going to be in a fairly decent position to continue in the game. You know, if there isn't multiple Liberators, he can generally come in and trade against them. You know, if the Cyclones, you know, aren't in high numbers, he can't kite forever with them, or, you know, he can generally target one or two of them down. Like, he just knows trading is the better option here, and it's definitely working out for him. herO, with 3 more Stalkers joining the fray, begins his Twilight Council, so he'll begin to tech up as well. And honestly, INnoVation is in a whole world of trouble right now. I don't actually really know where he goes from here. Like, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, I really don't know. The Liberator will come up to the top side. Overcharge goes down. Gets a few shots off as this Liberator just turn and sieges up into the mineral line momentarily. We'll get a probe kill or two. Stalker's a little bit slow to respond, and actually picks up a third one too. He'll kill off a single Stalker here as well. It's a nice little play with the Liberator, finally getting a bit more damage done. The problem is, at this stage of the game, is 3 workers and a Stalker really a good enough trade? Or does he need a little bit more than that? This siege tank going to be lifting up, going to start moving out onto the map. 2 Cyclones moving forwards as well. So, siege tank moving on forwards. We're going to be seeing the 2 Cyclones moving forwards too. And these units all just gathering up together. 3 Cyclones in total. Tank evac. And, yeah, just looking to see what else is going to be going on as he does push in towards the front. There's so many Stalkers, you can really imagine that herO is just going to be able to shut this down super easily. See 1 Cyclone getting taken down immediately, another as well. Doesn't even need Blink to shut this down. Like, this is just straight up demolition. Like, he's completely just making this a very one-sided affair as we see these Stalkers chasing the siege tank away to the right-hand side. Medevac going to just about get away. I mean, what now? Stalkers actually intercept a Cyclone. They actually just go counterattack, I guess. And when you look at this, there's a single siege tank up on the high ground, and that's about it. There's really not a lot here as we see these Stalkers going to keep on moving through. I mean, 1 tank is not going to save the day right now, I don't think, and INnoVation's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I mean, that's fairly expected at this point in time. herO will take game number 2.